Guys, welcome back to the farm. Hey, 7720 John Deere hooked to a fertilizer spreader filled with cover crop oats. We're down here on this 110-acre wheat field we just took off. The reason we plant cover crop is for weed suppression, number one. Once that oat starts growing, it'll snuff out any weeds that might want to start. And two, a lot of organic matter. It's good for the soil. And three, helps with erosion. Had some big washes in the back of this field. You'll see when we get to them. My dad came down here with the disc and kind of rutted them shut and leveled them out, so we're not going to beat the crap out of the equipment. But you remember I put the ATU on this new tractor? We just bought this in the spring. Came Green Star ready, so I had to harness underneath the cab, but I wanted to use the Precision Essentials kit on this tractor because I knew it could do many things being a high frame tractor. So I got the Starfire 7000 on there and the new display. We're gonna set this width at 40 foot. So this is gonna be a good showing of Deere's Precision Essentials because I don't want to overlap this stuff. We want to get in and get out. Less fuel the better. 40-foot spread. I've got the spreader set. Now how this works is the PTO runs the back spreaders. That's what's going to spread the seed all across the field. And my hydraulic lever will run this conveyor in here. Once I put this hydraulic cylinder out, it'll move this bar and that wheel will then run against my wheel and it will run that conveyor out and it'll spread it out. So it's pretty simple concept. We'll see what we can see from inside the cab. Let's go. Okay, and we are set on the end of the field. I'm gonna throttle down. Wait till I hit my line. I just hit that switch. Get on line, throttle up. Running about 8 to 9 mile an hour. 40-foot wide spread. Broadcasting oats is another way of saying it. Using this spreader, falls in with this wheat stuff. We get a good rain, and it'll grow pretty good. Got a heck of a wash. I'm going to show you up here in a second, which is why we want to get that growing as soon as possible. There's your wash. Glad I didn't have to steer through that. I just kind of throttled down and hung on. Seatbelt on for safety, guys. Another disc track here. Yeah, he came down here and dissed us before we moved the round bales because that was a heck of a rut. Throttling up. Throttle down. Turn your steering. Bring her down to about 5 mile an hour. Throttle up, away we go. Yeah, this morning I had to milk the cows, got up 4:40, made it to the farm by about 5, locked the cows in, let them in, locked them in. Milked them, fed them, and we filled this spreader up and we headed in the field. So, been a busy day so far, been a good day though. What I've been doing with the Precision Essentials kit is making a work plan before I go and use it. That way it's set for the year 2025 and I can look back and see what I did. If you don't make a work plan, it doesn't really record it. So that's something new I've done. You want to record everything, that way you can look back and go over the numbers. Keep looking back, make sure that conveyor's turning with our PTO's on, which she is. A 540 shaft spinning this. Smooth part right here. Top it at about 9. Running this in D range, D1. That's pretty much road gear. This tractor rare comes with an E range. That's road gear. So we're 5 miles south of the farm. It didn't take long to get here because this tractor cooks at about 26, 27 mile an hour. Nice old silo and barn there. An old car. Yeah, my brother and another friend of ours, Joe, another fabricator, are ripping into that John Deere 635 aerial head. I'm gonna try to straighten that out and get that squared away so we can combine soybeans. This summer definitely flew by on us. Busy. That's the way it goes. About 9 mile an hour. Throttle down. Leave a comment down below on how many of you guys use cover crops. So we've used this 7720 rolling soybeans, Precision Essentials kit. Now spreading cover crop. I'll put it back on the disc vine. I'm going to show you how I use it. I cut it about 15.5 foot wide spacing. Very comfortable cutting hay, but that'll probably be next. We're going to be starting third cutting. I knew this tractor being high framed, and you don't find many 7720 two-wheel drives 6 miles from our house, you know, south on auction, not too far from this field, which is why we went after it and got it. And having the 2 Precision Essential kits, I knew this is Green Star ready. I had them put this on ASAP. You might as well utilize the technology. Anytime you see a silo in a old barn like that, more than likely there was the cattle being milked there back in the day. Away we go. Nice old windmill. Yeah, we actually throttle them back up. We had this hooked to the disc vine. I unhooked it, and my dad took off in it, mowed a couple old first cutting hay fields that we used for heifer feed, and he said, "Man, this is a comfortable tractor." I said, "Yes, it is." It's just, I knew it was a good series, 20 series, 20, 30 series. They were really good. And on a dairy farm, a two-wheeler like this, we can use this for a lot. You could round bale with it, cut hay, plant with it. Another wash. Throttling up. A little rougher on this end, I can see. And you can barely see them oats in there. We're spreading about a bushel per acre, so that holds 200 bushel. We're getting to the end of about 150 acres. So 50 acres across the Bell River. We'll go back there. Dad dissed it, weedy, but we're gonna spread this on it so she'll grow and suppress those weeds. Wash. See how that steering just works its way right through uneven ground? Instead of having to steer through it all jumping around. Throttle up. Being that this field down here didn't get marked up real bad, a pretty dry summer since July on, we'll probably no-till it again. This was no-tilled wheat. Just this ground, there's a lot of clay down here. It's just hard. It's best just not to till it. So we're gonna probably, once this cover crop comes up, we'll let her sit all winter, you know, help avoid erosion and weeds, and we'll spray it off and come in here and no-till this to soybeans next spring. Getting towards the end of this front field, the north side, running on an angle. We'll spread kind of a wedge right over there, but get her spread, then we just gotta drive around on the road to get back in there. Load her down. Away we go. Wife packed me an apple. Try to keep me healthy. You ever try to eat an apple and steer a tractor? Making our turn. This is going to be the last pass, it looks like. That's a good apple. You don't think to eat fruit very often because there's so many other tempting choices. But fruit, you know them old sayings, apple a day, keep the doctor away, keep the dentist away. Mom and Dad used to say that. Grandma and Grandpa. You might want to listen to them old sayings and start repeating them, because sooner or later they'll end up, people won't even know what they are anymore. Speaking of Mom, we had a, kind of sad, but moving on with it, 5 years since she's passed. I did a little memorial at home. Not easy. You lose someone like that. She was the 100% bona fide matriarch of this family, leader of the farm. One of them things, didn't really, believe it or not, understand that while she was there. She was just, you almost take it for granted until they're gone. You realize just what they were doing, just the kind of impact they have on you and other people. That it makes you want to be, inspire you to be and do what she did, because she touched a lot of people. Slow down, big wash. I told you this was kind of going on a wedge, but yeah, I remember milking cows with my mom some 20-some years ago. Nice rock there. Might want to actually move that rock, get it out of there, but don't want to hit it with the head like we did last year. But milk cows with her, did pretty much everything. And then she stopped milking. Oh, well, it was about when she quit milking, you know, when we took over. You know, she was done with that. She had milked with my dad since she was 16, 17 years old. So Mom had enough of the cows. She was a small lady, I mean, strong, muscular, but you know how big them cows are. She just focused on the calves and the books and all the important stuff that I found out. So that, you know, has to be done. That's the important, very important part of farming, is what she was doing that you don't realize. It just goes unseen, and it's a thankless job. It's just someone always just expects it to be done. I ended up taking all that over. It's going well, but a lot to learn. But stay positive, stay optimistic, stay focused, and you'll keep it going. About to hit my line here in a second. Okay, on that note, PTO off, cylinder down, so we keep our seat. E-range, we gotta head to the other field. That's what we're crossing. 26 mile an hour, we made it fast. We're on the trail. We are in vegetable country. This field we're about to enter, pure muck. Partially tiled, didn't get it planted this spring. We were flooded out, this area, especially south here. We're near Elmont. They got hit hard this year. We're just gonna try to salvage some of this with some cover crop and hopefully not get stuck, because Dad said they had a couple wet spots he had to go around. Them vegetable fields sure are good looking, ain't they? It's a pretty sight. Yeah, these were them muck fields that I showed you when we did a crop tour in that John Deere Gator. They were underwater, but they got them drained. The Bell River went back down and they got them replanted. They just keep trucking along. Okay, entering the field. Oh yeah, big old piece back here. Get out. Look inside here. See how much cover crop we got left. Getting down there, yeah. Had enough for 200 acres. Did about 150 acres. Looks like we're gonna have just enough to cover this back here. Yeah, she looks like she dried. Somewhat tiled. Dry here, stony. We'll see if we can't find that wet spot. What I'll do is PTO on and see this cylinder. Open that cylinder. We're gonna run with it. I'm gonna set an AB line right here because it looks pretty straight. I gotta do set track, new track, AB. Okay, set A right here. Now we're driving straight. Set B. Away we go, guys. The auto track is set. Just some beautiful, beautiful dirt. Just kind of got out of hand on us with them weeds, and I found our wet spot. You know, I said in the past video, when you get a flood of rain, there's been some crazy weather this year. Flooded Bell River and it backfilled the tile. That looks to be a heck of a wet spot. There's some ducks and geese in there right now. Probably a collapsed tile line or filled with soot. Have to definitely go around that, but actually kicked around the idea because it's so far south of the farm. And here muck. I mean, we'll get out and I'll show you the soil, but leasing it to these muck farmers. You know, they're right here anyway. And let the muck farmers do their thing. I think they grow lettuce. Cycle down. I mean, we're way, way back in here. Nice little woods here. A lot of deer, wildlife back in through here. It was fertilizer spreader starting to bounce around a little bit, getting low. Definitely can't go as fast as I was going up there.
The National Weather Service in Detroit, Pontiac, has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for southwestern Huron County in southeastern Michigan until 4:45 p.m. At 3:50 p.m., a severe thunderstorm was located over Arundel, or 10 miles north of Cass City, moving east at 5 miles per hour.
That's not good.
Hazard, 60 miles per hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Source, radar indicated. Impact, hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. This severe thunderstorm will remain over mainly rural areas of southwestern Huron County, including the following locations: Ivanhoe and Bach. Repeating, a severe thunderstorm warning has been issued until 4:45 p.m. for the following county:
I figure this is as good a place as any to get out. Check how much seed we got in the spreader. Check out the dirt. And check out the wet hole. She's holding me up, but yeah, it's been dry for the last month and a half, so there's no reason for this. There's an issue over there, but there's your soil. Some of the richest dirt. It almost smells like cow manure, but it's not. Richest dirt in the world. It really is. And there's your seed. So yeah, we just got to get the other side of that wet hole. Looks like we're gonna have just enough. Apparently she's going on at the right rate. So that's a plus. I couldn't see that seed broadcasting in that wheat on the other side of the ditch because the wheat's, you know, gold in color, yellow. But as I was pulling away, now I can see it now, spreading your 20-foot width on each side. It's good stuff. Got a small wet hole here too. Just happened to be between, yeah, I can see some getting spread into that water. Yeah, she's rough out here. Just happened to be between our auto steer gap. Good news, we made it on the other side of this big wet hole. That's probably only about an acre, believe it or not. 50 acres back here in total, but we about got her. All right, guys, and just like that, we're out of here. In and out with Deere's Auto Steer Precision Essentials kit. Getting pretty dark to the north. You heard that thunderstorm warning, hail warning. We got it spread just in time before the rain. So I'll leave a link in the description below if you want to get some more information on the auto steer technology that I'm using. So on that note, guys, take care. See you in the next one.